It all started one cold night in January. Actually, it was 12:32 a.m. on January 1st. The new year had came and gone. I watched the ball drop with my wife and son, Elijah. He was physically disabled. When he was just 5 years old, a truck driver on heroin rammed into us from behind. We were coming back from the swimming pool, where the driver had been too. Elijah couldn't swim at the time, so he just held onto the walls and drifted around in a floater. Me and Eliza took photos, exactly 11 of them. We printed one out. We take exactly one photo of Elijah every year, so that when he's 25, we can give him a photo album to remind him he is a fourth of the way closer to being 100. We're a weird family, we know. The truck driver had been kicked out of his family for doing too much drugs. He lived in a tent, getting high on anything he could find. This turned him into a control freak and sociopath. He hated kids. He watched us the whole time while we were swimming with Elijah. When we wanted to leave, we got up and began to walk out. He walked beside us, and sped past us, dropping a piece of paper on the floor. "Peter, what's that? Is it his?" asked my wife. I picked it up to see. Written on the back of it was, "Do not return." It was an envelope. I opened it, and inside was an index card. What was written on it scarred me for life. He can't swim, so why should he walk? I read it silently and started crying. I needed to protect my son, so I said to my Eliza, "Get the hell out of here now. We need to go. We need to sell the house. And move away." I admit I could have overreacted just then. "What's wrong, Mommy?" asked Elijah. "Nothing, hun. Let's go." As we drove home, he ran into us. I don't think it was the heroin. They never caught him. He fell off the grid, and although I broke my leg in the crash, Eliza was fine, and having Elijah in a wheelchair was better than in a coffin. 7 years later, Elijah is 12 and well used to his surroundings. To his wheelchair. He loves holidays, so we put in a lot of nice work for holidays, because we love to see him happy. It's the only good thing for us after the crash. He loved the holidays. But he's a very easily tired kid, so he went to sleep shortly after 12 a.m. At 12:32, however, I heard a knock. I thought it was just Elijah's wheelchair hitting the wall again, so I shrugged it off. Me and my wife watched television for a while, then went to sleep. When we woke up, a golden sunset awaited us. We went to wake up Elijah, as he would probably sleep all day if we didn't wake him up. But Eliza screamed. Outside of the house, sprawled on our rocks, lay a man. He was dead, and had clearly jumped off our roof. We called 911. We needed to wake up Elijah now. But before we could, Eliza screamed again. She grabbed a newspaper. It was the article about the truck driver. It had a picture of the truck driver's face. She went outside and pointed at the dead man. They had the same face. We ran upstairs, to Elijah's room. There was blood everywhere. His arms sat on the wheelchair armrests. His legs were chopped up to make a heart shape on the floor. His chest lay on his bed. His head lay mounted on the wall, next to a blood message that read, "If he can't walk, why should he live?" This content was provided by angelotricarico.com.